here goes. Good morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 19th of January. So let's get on and look at the firstly the news events today. Let's just pop on here. Retail sales then. Bit disappointing this morning for the UK there. UK retail sales minus 2.4. I mean, this is really not good figures at all. Bearing in mind these will be December's figures. As we're into January, yep, it shows you that it wasn't such a great December for the shops by the looks of it. We got PPI followed by the German PPI inflation data out. Again, look at these figures, minuses. Now, this is good for inflation. It's inflation under control, maybe, or coming under control, which will be sort of good news from the economy point of view, but for the currency, it won't be so good news. Right, okay, what we've got coming out today then for the rest of the day, not a great deal here as ever. We've got the speakers in Davos, and goodness knows how many might turn up and start speaking and be speaking there. But more importantly, if you're trading the CAD, the Loonie, 130 even, you've got the Canadian core retail sales coming out there. 3 o'clock we've got the University of Michigan inflation data, and we've got Fed speakers there then at 4:15 onwards. So for the majority, I mean, we just left out to speakers really for the majority of that time. Let's have a look at the markets then, and starting off with the euro dollar. Well, we've just come back into this sort of, it looks like it's now, instead of having a consolidation phase over there, we're going to have one down here. I did, as it happened, put the 200 moving average onto my chart yesterday and realised, wow, that's why the price might have stopped there, possibly. I don't know. Anyway, that's why the euro stopped, and it's finding support off of that at the moment. Just looking at the lower time frames here, you've got sort of like a double bottom, of course, there. Now a break of the high between the two lows really would suggest we could get the depth of the distance between the two to the upside, but it's got all of these moving averages sitting there, the 50 to 200, etc., to run into as possible resistance. It does look better, marginally better, for a possible move up towards those highs there with the R1 just above us there, and the way the price is kicking through here. But a lot can change between now and even 8 o'clock or post 8 o'clock, as if it breaks the low of the pivot there, well, maybe we'll get the triple bottom. Either way, it's in a bit of a consolidation phase. Don't really like it too much when the markets are like this. The pound was doing slightly better again, having bounced off its 50 a couple of days ago. The 4 hour, you can see these higher lows coming through here. It's in a ascending channel, really. You see it better on the lower time frame there. The reaction to the data there, retail sales, was a bit weird really, because it's had this initial reaction and immediately bounced back. Well, odd itself, it might come back down again. We'll see, but it's just showing maybe the dollar weakness across these markets, with the euro just being that little bit stronger as well this morning at the moment. He says, as soon as I say that, move away, post 8 o'clock, come back, and it's gone the other way. Anyway, US dollar, yen, and well, this did eventually get a continuation yesterday. Crikey, it took some time. It was 1 o'clock before it really got a bit of a move on there, and eventually we've gone up, made some new highs here on this for this time frame here. Don't worry, it's not new highs overall, it's quite some way away, but new near-term highs, pushing in at the moment, running into its R2. So it's such a pinched pivots. Yes, they've had a bit of action here. It's quite a mess how things are. As you can see, the dollar weakness here just coming off versus the yen, but we'll see how things shape up. It's not a clear day. The sun may be out, but the visibility is rotten. Australian dollar here bounce yesterday again, double bottom. We're getting on the lower time frames. You see it into the, as it happens, the 500 moving average. I also popped that on yesterday. I left it on only because it found it gave me the support where the Aussie dollar was sitting. But there's that was the double bottom. It came in yesterday. It has taken out that and well continued in its sort of little track here at the moment. Looking a little bit more positive. It's a bit of a curvature, a bit of a structural change. We've broken the trend that was running to the downside here. We put the double bottom in. It's broken the highs of that. It's putting higher lows in. Structurally, there's a bit of a change there. US dollar CAD. Well, it's finding a bit of resistance into its monthly R1. I was looking at obviously this yesterday, and it put the shooting star in. Did break the lows of it though. There's no, again, as I said, consolidation. It is consolidation, which looks like it's sort of tapping on the lows here. It could roll backwards. Be interesting to see if there's sell stops here. If we've got buyers that are coming into this market and putting their sell stops below the lows, I'll look at that later. But it does look like it could roll over the way that's shaping up. But again, consolidation. My New Zealand dollar, US dollar, considering tipping this almost. I'll hold on to it for now, but it's doing it. You know, that's the only thing. Sometimes you see this sort of consolidation, you think, well, I'm going to tip this, and you know what happens. Come Monday, off it goes. So I'll leave it at the moment, but it has found. I did find the culprit of where it found the support is off its daily 200 for now. Catching a bounce again. Consolidation is around the lows, so if it had been more away from the lows, I would have been more likely to tip it. We'd get this little rally at the moment, but it had come down whilst everything else was looking a little bit more positive. This had been coming down last night or through the Asian session. Still looking like, well, we got this sort of proper double bottom in there at the moment. If it starts breaking back above these highs, yep, it could change structurally, but for now, still looking soft. And the more important thing, this is a swing, so we should be looking at the bigger time frame, and it is still looking pretty bearish there. US dollar Swissy. Now this, well, I talked about it yesterday. It's structurally on the lower time frames, it's looking more positive. On this time frame, really, it's still still below the trend. It's struggling on its daily 50 there, but look, it's hanging around the highs there. It could push on some more. Looks like it wants to push on some more to the upside. So there's a possibility. We'll see what happens this morning, but things are looking. Well, they're looking consolidated on a lot of markets at the moment. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm just going to drop this where it is for now. So there's the major currencies. You want to see more? Just there's a link at the bottom on the YouTube channel. You can pop in and see afterwards. Around about 8:30, 8:35 time, and I'll be running through the rest of these. Let's look at the other major markets here that I look at in terms of is gold. The gold called a bit of a bounce yesterday, massively bullish for me until I say massively. It becomes more bullish when it gets through all this whole bundle of moving averages, etc. Maybe back above its weekly pivot there. So a bit messy at the moment. Oil, we did see a lift up yesterday. It's still in this ugly old range. Hopefully I turned the mic off there. Sorry, I just had a sneeze. Excuse me if you did catch me. Right, yesterday, so we saw the pickup coming through 2 o'clock as usual, was the starter of the movement there, although it wasn't looking particularly great. But I think we could be now, we've seen a clear higher low here. We could be on for something more. It had run into these body lows here, possibly got some more upside. There was lots of comments on oil yesterday coming through in terms of demand and everything else, and there was a suggestion that demand will increase into this year, so more than was originally expected. We'll see. But I would expect, as I say, because of the rumblings that are going on, I'd expect more upside. Right, S&Ps. S&Ps yesterday, like the market, we saw the continuation back to the upside here. The key thing here is these prior highs, and well, we could be pushing through them today at some stage. The way it's moving at the moment, quite a solid old movement there. That was yesterday afternoon, evening, wasn't it? Yeah, pushing up strongly. But looking quite solid at the moment for further upside. The DAX, funny old market yesterday, but it did make a bit of a recovery there. It'd been selling off there. We saw the turning point coming through, and it managed to push up later in the morning here. Just carried on pushing and pushing. The thing with these equity markets, I think they've probably got more upside in the overall bigger picture of things. Maybe we'll see something more yet at the moment with this sort of descending channel-y price action on the DAX in the bigger picture. But if we can break back above that monthly pivot, well, could see a bit more positivity. Right, finally, Footsie. A good old, it liked the data on the retail sales there because it takes the pressure off of interest rates. And we've seen the kicker this morning for the Footsie there. But yesterday, sharply coming off into yesterday, into the day before yesterday. Yesterday was a bit flat, wasn't it? Yep. Sorry, I don't look at it during the daytime that much. Don't trade it personally, but there we are. Anyway, little higher low in there. It could flop over yet though. Remember that's only a 60-minute, and looking at the 4-hourly, all I'm looking at here is a big flag pattern, but the bearish flag. That's being, but if oil continues picking up, oil stocks generally do better, etc., and it helps the Footsie. Right, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Footsie's just opened straight to the downside. As I've done this, I just looked there, the market's straight into the red, but here we go, it's picking up. There's the aggressive opening. Right, I'll leave you on that. Wish you a great day's trading. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.